Hello and welcome back to Memory at Lightning Speed with a permanent memory sphere and power recall. Memory Course 4, Episode 13. Be Suave, Remembering Names, Part 1. Welcome back, Powerbrain! And today is the day a lot of you have been waiting for. This is how to remember people's names. Have you ever met somebody? They give you their name, and then seconds later, the name just disappears out of your mind. Or maybe you're just out and about, you're going for a jog, you're at the gym, you're at the grocery store, somebody taps you on your shoulder, you turn around and you see somebody you recognize. But for the life of you, you don't know who that person is. You don't remember that. What's their name? I really want to anchor this subject down because I think if there's one skill to master nowadays in business and networking, whether you're going to all these conferences and such, is your ability to remember people's names. The number one business etiquette skill is remembering people's names. Because it is impossible to show that you care for someone if you don't care enough just to remember their name. So people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's impossible to show somebody you really care for their health, their finance, their family, their future, anything that's important to them, if you don't just care enough to remember their name. Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you say. People will forget what you did, but they never forget how you made them feel. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. A name is the sweetest sound to a person's ears. And so many people tell me they're so embarrassed, they're so forgetful, they feel so bad when they have to ask for a person's name 2, 3, 4 times. And so let's fix that. Let's fix this forgetfulness right now. I'm going to teach you a method on how to remember the names and faces for almost every single person that you meet, and that's extraordinary. I want to take you from zero to memory hero during this lesson. Let's get started. First of all, I want you to remember mom. We covered this earlier. We covered mom. I want you to just remember motivation, observation, and mechanics. Motivation, observation, mechanics. The motivation is wanting to remember a person's name. So ask yourself, why do I want to remember the person's name? Because if you don't come up with one reason, you're not going to remember the person's name. Come up with 1 or 2 reasons. I want to practice these techniques. I want to show the person respect. I want to make a new friend. I want to do some business. A couple of reasons will help you elevate the motivation and you're more likely to remember it. The O just stands for observation. It's not your retention, it's your attention. The challenge is not your retention, it's your attention. So pay attention. Listen for the person's name. Listen for the name. A lot of you don't forget the person's name. You're just not really listening. Remember, listen. Scramble that word, becomes the word silent. Listen becomes silent. So just pay attention. And finally, the other M in mom stands for mechanics. And that's what I'm going to give you right now. The mechanical skill, step by step, on how to remember names. And I want you to remember this. Next time you're out and about at a social function, at a wedding, at a networking event, at a festival, you know, one of those conferences, those kind of gatherings. What do you want to do is this. You want to do this. Look in the mirror as you're checking your clothes, your makeup, or anything else. I want you to say to yourself, I am going to be suave. I am going to be suave. Be suave. B-E-S-U-A-V-E. Remember, be suave. Thank you.